Okay, welcome to the Lobo Podcast. Today we have Villagomez. Joey's one of the funniest comedians in Chicago. You can see him on Comedy Central's Bill Per Presents, HBO Latino. He's going to be headlining Mezcal Mondays, 6-7, June 7th. First Monday of the month, I host at Zany, Chicago. But anyways, we should start talking about sex toys, how he started as one of the few Mexican comedians in Chicago, how he met Mikey O. If you don't know Mikey O, big Chicago comedy producer, how he got into these fights with these quote-unquote up-and-coming comedians on Facebook, our dads, cocaine, growing up in the back of the yards, his gang-gaming brothers. If you don't know about back of the yards, it was one of the kind of worst neighborhoods in the 90s. Talk about Chicago politicians, very corrupt. Some plugs. Check out his album, Jokes, Drugs, Rock and Roll. If you want to record a podcast, hit up James Webb, our producer here. If you want to record an album, podcast, he can do it all for you. Please subscribe, support the podcast, subscribe to the Patreon. And also, again, Mezcal Monday, first Monday of the month. And we have Joey Villagomez headlining this June 7th. All right, so check it out. Lobo Den. Okay, welcome to the Lobo Den Podcast. I'm your host, Siobhan Diaz. To my right is James Webb from the People of Comedy Studio.
Hey,
and in front of me is Joey Villagomez. You sanitizing?
Yeah, bro, I put some lotion, shit.
Oh, I don't even use lotion, dude. I just use coconut oil. It's actually, coconut oil is good if you have yeast infections, I was reading the other day. Because I got one. I actually have ringworm right now on my ass.
Hey, coconut oil is supposed to be good like for everything, dog.
You could cook eggs with it.
One of my old fucking neighbors, dog, used to, every time I'd like come collect the rent, she's like, yeah, I put coconut oil on my asshole and it feels like, all right. You didn't have to tell me that shit.
No joke, my roommate, he would use it as a lube when he would have
like anal?
Anal sex, yeah. No, I mean,
you could technically use any oil if you're going to,
I just bought...
you just needed the lube.
So I went, hey, can you increase my microphone, James? I want to hear myself.
Yeah, I need mine a little higher, too. Just a little bit.
I sound like Divas. All right.
Hey, man, can I get some shrimp in this bitch? I don't do podcasts without shrimp.
I only do shows with... Is this good?
Yeah, that's a lot
better.
I can hear you, too. This is good.
Okay.
All right, so, man, I forgot what I was talking about.
Coconut oil, bro.
Oh, coconut oil, right. So no. What happened was lube. This is what I was thinking. So I was at Meijer the other day because I have to. So I go to Meijer and I park my car and I charge it because I don't really stay at the crib anymore. I stay in Kenosha a lot, so I need to charge my stupid ass car. Electric cars aren't all that they're gassed up to.
Oh, so you got an electric car, like full electric?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Which was cool when I was at the crib because I'd go home, charge it at night. I was good, but now since I'm at my girls a lot. So I gotta leave early.
You travel a lot more.
I gotta leave. I work in Outgrove Village. I gotta drive an hour. I gotta go charge it, or like you can't take a road trip with that guy because you gotta charge it. Think about it. If you go to Tennessee, you gotta drive, charge it an hour, drive, charge it an hour.
That's fucked up.
And what is it? The batteries come from like the Congo. They're conflict minerals. So for to get those, you gotta kill like all these kids or something. I don't know. You don't kill the kids.
And the kids die getting the minerals.
Okay, all right. And
then when you decide to get rid of the car, the fucking battery's like destroyed, like sinks to the core of the earth.
Yeah, dude.
And then fucking causes earthquakes.
Yeah,
like fracking. Fucking car battery causes fracking.
So on my list was actually on Meijer was lube, right? And I bought this whatchamacallit. This lube was safe for toys. So my girl we ordered some sex toys because she got on this Facebook website with all these deals, right? I don't know if
they sell sex toys on the Facebook marketplace.
So now she joined a group.
I never really looked into this shit.
So her brother added her to a group, right? No, it wasn't a sex toy group. It was like just
her brother.
My God.
Her brother's like, hey sis, check these toys.
You want to get fucked?
Oh my God.
You want to get fucked good? They are from Tennessee.
Hey sis, pick out your birthday gift. All right.
Actually, all right. No, that's kind of gross. But my sister or whatever. Anyways, so she this group is all these deals, right? And like a few of them are adult, like every 10th one, and they don't block it. It has a little 18 over, and you click on it.
All right.
And one of them, like there were some dildos, so she ordered. It was like really cheap. One of them she bought me was a pocket pussy, right? Or a thing you fuck for a dude? Is that what it's called? A pocket pussy, James?
Pocket pussy flashlight. Yeah.
It looks like it's like the size of like a can of pop. Like
it looks like honestly, I don't know if you can look it up. Type in pocket pussy spaceship. It looks like Buzz Lightyear's fucking spaceship, dude.
Shit! What?
I swear. Let's see if it comes up. Pocket pussy, maybe spaceship. Go to images.
Space capsule pocket pussy.
Let me see if it comes up. No. It
Whoa,
looks
that looks high tech, dude.
That looks like a Beats by Dre, fucking pocket pussy.
Beat your meat by Dre.
Say Toy Lux, Masturbator Starship. Let's see.
That would look crazy.
No, keep scrolling. None of them,
Flashlight.
Legit, this thing looks like a goddamn.
Like a spaceship?
Yeah, like a spaceship.
Yeah, look, they got one with the whole mouth on it. That's wild.
Well, you used to be able to get custom, like the porn stars you wanted. Or whatever.
Oh shit! Like
that's kind of weird. If you're looking at it, it's just a.
It's their mouth only.
It's a.
Damn, that's fucking weird.
Like a pussy on the other side, maybe?
Yeah, so.
There is!
Oh, shit. Oral and vagina.
This is like, what's that movie?
Oh, look.
It's like the Human Centipede sex toys.
They cover up the hole, but they leave the whole clit open.
Right. I hope you
the
don't
butthole. You can see the whole asshole and
Take it
everything,
off
but they're like,
YouTube
no,
for
cover up the...
It was on Amazon. I don't know. There's a whole... But anyways.
Damn, dude. You can... The one you got must be rare.
Look, I'll find. I'll put the link up. But this one is like I tried it before work the other day, but I don't think I put enough lube in it, and it was kind of weird. And you pull it out.
You were chafed.
You were man a little bit. So I went to Meijer and I bought. We're talking about coconut. There's a specific lube that works with toys, so I bought that. I'll put the link on the podcast, like if people, and I'll give my review. But so far, it's kind of weird. I don't know if you ever. Fuck with any of those things before, no, right?
Only real pussy, not pocket pussy.
Yeah, only.
I've never been that thirsty where I needed a pocket pussy. Where, you know what I mean?
Well, at least my girl. Well,
I mean, you know what? I guess
fucked my couch before, like when I was like when I was like 12.
I mean, everybody humped the couch. You fucked it, like literally fucked.
So
the
I
couch.
saw somebody, like, you know, when people at school be like, "Hey, you hear like
got a
not
fuck
rumors." They're like, "Hey, if you get the two cushions together and you put like I don't know if it was supposed to be a sandwich bag, right?" But it was supposed to be the sandwich bag that doesn't have the zipper, right?
All right.
Just the one you fold over, and we didn't have any.
The basic Dollar Tree sandwich bag.
So yeah, the basic one, right? And it makes sense that you put lube or lotion on it. I didn't have any of those, so I used the regular sandwich bag with a zipper, so that the edges were like cutting at my. And I was like, but then I stopped because I was sitting there, like I thought, like, what if my mom walks in? And
or you end up in hospital for scraping the shit out of
you fucking your couch, yeah. So then
with a Ziploc bag.
So then I was like, man, I can't.
That's hilarious.
But it was Joey. What I was saying was Joey's one of the funniest comedians in Chicago. You were the only Mexican when you started. Were you the only Mexican? Was there any? Who? I can't.
No, I mean, oh damn! I started in 05. Oh. So I would say I was the only. I'm gonna say this though, I was the only like working Mexican comic, like getting booked at the clubs.
Okay.
You know what I mean? There was, but honestly, bro, it was probably like less than fucking 5 when I think about it, man.
I think it's
Jaime de Leon is one that popped up like a little later.
Jaime, yeah.
But
Jaime.
he popped up a couple years after I started.
Mm-hmm.
But when I started, I don't think there was too many. There was a couple, but I wouldn't even call them comedians because the one dude was a fucking DJ.
Oh, and
you know, he would go on
and
stage and bring people on stage and dance and shit. And yeah, I would, motherfucker, you ain't no comic. So, there was a couple of those. But yeah, I would say I was the only working Mexican comic at that time, bro.
So was Mikey already doing the shows, or what was he doing before he started the comedy shows? How did the show start?
Well, a lot of people think Mikey just jumped in it like that.
Uh-huh.
That motherfucker has been a music producer, concert producer forever. He was one of the original producers of Viva Chicago, which was a big fucking salsa festival. They used to do it by Soldier Field.
Okay.
So he's always been an entertainment game, but he loves comedy. So he went from, you know how you got to travel with a band? You got to take 6 motherfuckers, all their shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Everybody has to split
and then they had to split up the pay and all
yeah.
that. So he was like, you know what? It's just easier to take 3 comics to these colleges. And he knew some comedians, that are pretty big now. Like TJ Miller was one of the first dudes.
Oh, TJ was part of who
even
was part of the
TJ has
original?
thanked him. Like, you were one of the first dudes to give us stage and pay us. You know what I mean? Brian Babylon always thanks him
Brian, okay, I know
paying
Brian.
us. Hannibal did a lot of... I met all the motherfuckers through Mikey O show.
Through Mikey O?
Yep. Hannibal, Kumail. Kumail was a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
We still talk, like, when I'm in L.A. But all them dudes I met through a Mikey O show.
How'd you meet Mikey?
I met Mikey... this is what happened. I was at work. Somebody gave me one of his flyers.
Oh, okay.
Somebody gave me a flyer like, hey, this Latino dude is producing the show. And, this is 05, so these were them... You print out flyers and put them on motherfuckers' windows and shit. So I'm looking at it. I called him, and Mikey's a hard ass. When you call him, he's to the point. How long you been doing it?
Professional. Oh, okay.
No, like a booker. How long you been doing comedy? How much time do you got? So I lied, dude. I probably had like, I don't know, I had a solid 5 minutes, man. I wasn't really, I was just doing mics
Okay.
for that first year. And I met a couple other comics that showed me where they were at. So when I bullshitted him, he's like, how long you been doing comedy? I'm like, 2 years. Fucking, I got 15 minutes and shit, you know? So he booked me. I went to Joe's. We used to do them in the back room at Joe's. It's a little tiny, it's like a little VIP lounge now. But 50 people tops. So that night he had Alex Ortiz was the headliner. And he had a bunch of different comics. Mikey always had diverse lineups. You know, like motherfuckers were always like, he only books Latinos and this and that. No, I met Sean Flannery on his show, Jim Flanagan. I met all them dudes. Jeannie Dugan, fucking the whitest of the whitest motherfuckers were on Mikey O show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Jeannie's been doing her shows forever.
I met all of them through Mikey O shows. You know, so I was one of the only Mexicans, and he had a couple of Puerto Rican comics or whatever. So that night, you know, I fucking invited people from work, and half the goddamn office showed up. You know, and I just
Were you working in the
told
city
stories,
or
bro.
no?
Yeah, it was at Joe's on
Okay.
Wheat Street.
No, I'm saying, were you working at the city?
Yeah, I was working for the city at the time.
Okay.
So that night, like, you know, I just told jokes about my dad, bro. You know, and fucking, I
Oh
killed,
yeah, we
I
both
crushed.
have like,
You know.
similar dads, I think.
Yeah, you know, party, cocaine, pussy, and rock and roll, dog. And that's the thing about my first show was I rocked that bitch. You know, it wasn't my first time on stage. It was my first like booked show for a producer outside of an open mic, right? So I rocked that motherfucker. Rocked it. Because I had a lot of people there. But my jokes were funny, though. But the next Mikey O show I did, like probably a month after that, right? And it was a similar kind of showcase, 10 comics, whatever the fuck. I invited probably about 5 people showed up from my work, my friends or whatever. Now it's a mixed crowd. There's black dudes in the back. There's a couple white people, you know, and fucking I ate shit. I bombed. Because I didn't do what I could have just did the fucking same set I did at the first Mikey O show.
Yeah.
My stupid ass like, funny, dog. I tried to write some political shit, man.
Oh.
I tried to do some George Bush jokes, man. Everything was just flopping, dude. And I would say my first 3 bits bombed. And then my last 3 minutes, I went back to telling stories about my dad.
Okay.
And ended up getting good laughs on the fucking last 3 minutes. But yeah, don't get ahead of yourself. That's what you're telling comics, man. You bringing all their friends and shit, and they're like, crushed.
It's, man, like, well, for non comedians, like, this always happens. The first time they do a mic, or like their first mic, they'll do it to their first mic. They'll bring like 20 people. Like I did one of my early mics I did was in Mundelein at this little bar. Because, you know, when I started, I'm in the suburbs, right? So I'm like, I would scramble, like, where do I find a mic?
Well, it's probably a lot harder out there.
So yeah, over there I was just, you know, looking stuff up. They got music open mics, so I would just jump on those. And then I remember this one lady,
and those are rough. Those, I mean, that's not even like. I'll give you props for that shit, bro.
Those fucking suck.
Those are the worst open mics.
They don't pay attention because they're not paying attention to the musician, right? Because they're just playing, they're having their drinks or whatever.
And now you go up there with no instrument.
Nothing, dude. Like, I remember I was at one.
He's gonna talk
at the fucking Greentown Tavern, right? And there's this girl I used to like, right? And then the girl was there with her, like, at the time, she was with this thug-ass dude. Right now, like, she's a church girl, whatever. Actually, she got married. But she was with this thug-ass dude. And I was there, and I was like, man, I was just watching them. Like, she's with the dude. They're making out, and I'm just telling my jokes. No, like, there's a few. Like, in shows like that, you see, like, a few people. Like, this person's kind of laughing or paying attention. And I just remember.
There's a few that get you, bro. There's motherfuckers in there that they understand comedy. They're like, all right, I get what he's trying to do. You know, like. You're not perfect at it, but they see what you're doing, man.
And they like it. And then it was like, and it was in Waukegan too. So it was one of those places, like, I don't know. I don't know if you had places where, like, when you finally hit the stage, you're like, oh, I finally hit this thing. Or because it was, I forgot what mine was. But I had, like, my first show was actually Vince. Vince Acevedo put me on my first book show ever. He used to run some show in a Puerto Rican comedian. Was Vince doing shows back then? Or?
Yeah, Vince was, like, real young when he popped up around 06, around that time.
Okay, Vince Acevedo. So he was doing a show at Toomba. It's a private show, and I saw some girl on my Facebook post about it, and I DM'd. I was like, who is, like, she said comedy tonight, and I was like, where is this place? She's like, oh, message this guy Vince, and Vince put me up, and I did my first, like, 5 minutes there,
shit.
and I was like, yeah. Oh, I think the first time I did Laugh Records, when you used to do the Latino show, right?
Yeah, I threw you on one, didn't I?
Yeah. I think I did 2. I might have done 2 of those, 2 of the Latino shows. It was. But like
the La Factoria.
Oh, the La Factoria, right? Yeah, the La. But you start running out of Latino comics in Chicago,
I mean,
right?
Here's the thing, man. Like, that's what I just didn't book Latino comics. I always tried to make it where the headliner was a Latino. Mm-hmm. The last comic I always made sure the last comic did more time, and they got paid a little more. But yeah, it was more like I'm gonna mix the lineup up, but I wanted it to be a Latino closer. And I mean, shit, there was probably only fucking 3 Latino comics that can do 15, 20 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that shit was hard, dog. And then I tried to get people from out of town. Like, they would hit me up like, I'm going to be in Chicago. And it just never matched up with the Thursday that the Laugh Factory would give me. Because I can only go with the night they're giving me. You know what I mean? I couldn't just pick a fucking night.
Yeah.
They're like, well, you got the 3rd Thursday of every month. So, yeah, it was like that.
And so...
And that shit's rough, bro. Booking motherfuckers is harder than ever, dog.
Yeah, and it's like now, like people like kind of DM me. Like I'm sure we can DM for a minute, right? Like,
oh
people,
yeah.
Oh, because I like your post when you I don't want to say put people in check when you give advice to younger comedians. Like, okay, you've got a few fights. I forgot who it was. Oh, when they attacked the comedy bar, right? I remember that one. It was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they attacked the like.
And you know what's funny, bro? Is that it's the subliminal messages. All right, when I post something like that, I'm talking to a general group of motherfuckers because it's not just one person that does it. Mm-hmm. But that motherfucker that kicked it off, he specifically threw that shit at me, and I was like, "Are you serious, man?" So yeah, I mean, I hit Bert Castro. I don't know if people know that motherfucker.
Oh, Bert Castro, yeah,
that dude,
Sub-Zero.
Well, that dude. I posted something about Louis C.K. This was the Louis C.K. controversy about him jacking off in front of chicks, right?
Yeah, I was just talking about Louis today. Uh-huh.
Yeah, we were just talking about jacking off too and shit. So, and fucking fake pussies and shit.
Yeah.
Hey, send me the link to that, by the way. Anyway, but check this out. The fucking, I posted something about Louis C.K. and I'm never one of those dudes like, fuck that motherfucker. I don't know if you ever noticed that. Mm-hmm. When I talk about a celebrity fucking up, it's always like, yo, this motherfucker's dumb. I'm never like, fuck this piece of shit. Derek Chauvin, shit like that. Yeah, fucking rotten hell. But I've never been a brutal, fucking vicious motherfucker to people, right? So that day, I posted like, yo, I'm like, hey, Louis C.K. I go, hey, guys, if you want to jag off, just go in the fucking bathroom or in the corner or go to your car. Right?
Which I've done both times. Yeah, I've done that.
Just don't do it in front of people unless they ask you to. So fucking Comedy Bar books me that same like day or something. Mm-hmm. I get the email from them. Hey, you're going to headline this week, right? So I start posting them, headlining Comedy Bar. I'm scrolling through my fucking news feed, and like 2 minutes after I post that, oh, shout out to the comedians that spoke out against Louis C.K., but are fucking headlining a club where the owner beats girls. And I got a little dick, and my jokes ain't funny. Like, what the fuck? So, man, that shit pisses me off because it's one of them things like, first of all, you don't know the whole fucking story. Like, I'm tight with people from Comedy Bar. I know the whole story and the people involved in it. Mm-hmm. All right? So, shut the fuck up. And then what really made me mad is you got these other whack motherfuckers, right? The wackest motherfuckers. And a few women, too. Like, posting the police report, posting the victim. Like, the victim didn't ask you to do this. Shut the fuck up. You just trying to be part of something. And one of the girls that was going at it had just bombed at the Comedy Bar like fucking 2 days before that.
So she was there. She
dude. Ate her shit. I was getting messages from everybody. So it's one of those things where like, if you don't know shit, shut up. And second, if you did the history on every comedy club owner in the fucking country,
any of us,
and you're going to go with your morals, you'll never work.
Yeah.
They're fucking bastards. Like, we're all scumbags in a way, bro. And you have to decide who you're going to fuck with and who you're not. That's how I live. But if you're on social media.
This fucking iPhone. Like, you got kids jumping off of nets. Is it kids? No, I think adults are jumping off of nets. Or jumping onto the suicide nets to make this iPhone or whatever.
There is no ethical consumption under capitalism.
Yeah, dude.
Exactly. So that's how I feel, man. Motherfuckers pick and choose their battles on social media, man. And here's another thing. He had a couple other motherfuckers that were like, oh, I'll fucking knock people out. Some dude named Ron. Ron
Irvin, yeah.
That's the post I thought you were talking about.
Yeah,
that was the same post.
Yeah,
he was the one that chimed in on it.
He's a communist.
So not only is he a communist, like you ain't even from Chicago, dog.
Yeah. He's from Cleveland or Cincinnati.
You gonna get your ass
You're from
whooped.
Ohio, motherfucker.
Bro, I'm one of them. I'm sorry, man. Like, you come here running your mouth, you're gonna get your ass. And I'm not saying I'm gonna whoop anybody's ass. Uh-huh. It's just gonna happen if you keep doing that, bro. You're gonna do it to the wrong person, you're gonna get punched in the fucking mouth. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, dude, or worse, you're gonna get your ass beat. So just if you're not working or you don't like a motherfucker, there's certain clubs I don't fuck with, and it did not affect my career, bro. You know what I mean? So that shit pissed me off that day. Them social media warriors, man.
Because people take.
I gotta get real mad to do some shit like that. I remember
people
that.
take all this energy to fight on Facebook, and it's like it's the same thing. I see the same advice. It's like the energy you're taking to fight, arguing with people. You could be writing. You could be writing,
Exactly.
or you could be on stage. Like what?
Or fight the real fight. Get out there and do something about that
yeah.
shit. Do a fundraiser. Donate money to fucking domestic violence victims. Do something. Just don't start,
If you got
talking
time to
shit
talk, you're not
in the
working.
comment section, motherfuckers. So like, dude, honestly, man, that was the one time I got really fucking pissed off on social media, dog.
I set a rule. Like
I was mad, yo.
I set a rule for myself a few years ago to not get into Facebook fights.
No, you can't, dude.
Because I used to do it all the time.
I
I think in
stopped,
political
bro.
fights, I'd be like, whatever. Like the other day, I kind of broke my rule. I commented, right? A comedian posted something about I don't know. He was complaining about the apartment he lives at. The laundromat, they have the quarter thing.
Oh, I saw that shit.
Yeah, and I was like, don't. And I posted on it. I was like, move, motherfucker. He's like, well, and everybody's fighting. Everybody's always like, well, actually, blah, 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 this and that. And are you going to, and I was like, I don't know why I did it, but.
And I feel you, though. I feel you because I like that dude. But he's been doing a lot of complaining lately.
I think people have
about
been in
And I don't mind if you complain about life, but I think it's the complaining he was doing about comedy.
But
that kind of led up to you just being like,
you see
you
it,
know
right?
what, motherfucker? Like that. That's
If
how
you
I
like it, do something about it. Like if you're not like, and it's not. And I saw something like you see things people post like when you see the post, which is the most annoying for non-comedians, they're talking about not getting booked, and it's like the reason you're not getting booked it's because for the man at bullshit and this happened, and it's like
That's
everybody's against me, and it's like
that is a part of the game. But certain people, it's like, come on, man, really?
Like certain people, like until I don't know. Somebody told me on this podcast there was somebody who thought I forgot. Maybe it was one of the producers. They had a CYSK. Maybe it was you, James. Somebody told me they had a CYSK audition and they thought they did not good. And then they were telling somebody, it's like, oh, I killed it. And then they were like, and the same person who just saw them, like somebody, you see somebody, it's like, I just saw what you did. Like, you didn't kill nothing.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, and it's.
Yeah, I seen plenty of that.
You see a lot of that. I think, was it Michael Cooper? Was our friend Michael Cooper?
Yes, Michael Cooper.
So,
And that's an angry motherfucker, isn't he?
He's angry as fuck.
Yeah. See,
He's always been angry.
I never really seen him. And that's another thing, man. Your social media presence affects a lot of your bookings, bro.
Well,
if you're just on there talking shit and starting shit for no reason.
I gotta say something, because like, look, the Michael Coopers of the world and the Picassos of the world, like, yeah, if you have like I said, if you have time to talk, then you ain't working. But at the same time, these people, I think in my heart of hearts and their heart of hearts, they do mean well, but they just don't know how to effectively express their truth. And I don't necessarily think, I'm advocating for people right now who, maybe don't deserve it.
No, that's why you're a good dude. Man.
But it's also like you have to. I don't think those people are bad people.
I'm not saying that either. But see, I'm coming from the comedy business aspect.
But then
I don't
there's
give
that
a fuck.
aspect, right?
I don't care about you.
This is a business.
It's a business, bro. And
Yes.
and the thing with Bert Castro is to be like, hey, these fucking headliners are talking about Louis C.K., but then you're just trying to be relevant on a comedy scene because you got your little fucking friends all, yeah, you're right. And then fuck them. They didn't book me anyway. And so that's
Sure.
where it's actually coming from.
Right.
That's where that fucking shit's coming from.
Right.
it becomes
You're not there to, you ain't trying to be no Captain Save-A-Hole, man. Your ass, go try to fight for every girl that's been caught up in a domestic abuse fucking relationship or
Right.
whatever, right? Go out there and fight. You're talking out of your ass because you're angry at a comedy club. You're angry at comedians.
Sure.
That's how I took it, bro. And I didn't think that until I started seeing the comments. Yeah, fucking Quaslow. Yeah.
oh yeah, quite.
I don't fuck with them dudes, man. Stay out my comment section, man, for real.
Yeah, they had the keyboard warriors, dude. They're
Right,
always
it angers the
he's-
fuck out of me, and I don't see these. I've been on the comedy streets for a long time. I fucking almost wore myself out trying to be out there, and I don't even see these motherfuckers nowhere, bro. Only on Facebook.
on Facebook, some mics.
So
yeah.
I just don't fuck with these
What
dudes,
would
bro.
Joey? What would your advice to those people be? Because you
Don't
told
do
a lot of
stand
advice.
up. Be a blogger, motherfucker. Go write think pieces and shit, man. That's it. And that's another thing too. I don't ever fucking, how I'm always like, somebody could get their ass whooped. I don't fucking wish nothing bad on these, but just if you get slapped by somebody, you had it coming. That's it, man.
Or
So that's my point.
I'm gonna say maybe.
I don't condone violence.
Maybe buy a pocket pussy. I'll tell you why.
Or you know what? Yeah, like if you finish using your pocket pussy and you see fucking Ron Irving, throw it at that motherfucker. Pow, hit him in the face.
You fucking caught me. But look, because I was thinking
Tommy
about,
would come on his face.
there's certain people that have anger because it's like you could tell it's a sexual frustration. I'm not gonna say who, but there's a few
Bro.
dudes who I know. It's like this motherfucker. You see him extra white knighting with. They're like, oh,
I
actually,
think I
blah,
commented
blah.
with that.
Yeah,
I'm like, the dudes that are out here fighting for women get no ass,
yeah.
or have gotten their way for women to be like, oh my God, your fucking sweetheart, is for them to be out there chastising everybody who they fucking
White knight,
thought was caught. They don't even know the facts and shit, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's wild, bro. So that, yeah, you could tell it's like, bro, buy yourself a pocket pussy. How much were they?
You know what?
Fucking $25.99 for the cheap ones, man.
I got a new idea, right? I want to maybe do some
You
classes.
know what? I'm gonna send some pocket pussies to people. Be like, here, guys.
$85.
I'm gonna
$35.
give. You know how?
Oh, 85. Fuck that. That's expensive.
No, we got it for like ours was $60, and we got it for like.
Bro, you're from Kenosha. For $85, you
was
get some
a-
real pussy, dude.
Dude, we got it for like $23. It was
23?
It was $60. We got it for 20 something. So we bought that one. We bought a girl dildo, a massager, like a vibrating one, and she actually used it because I was before I went to allegedly. No, this is fine. I can talk about this. I was like, because I was masturbating. I was masturbating in bed next. She couldn't. I think she was injured or something. Anyways.
God.
I'm trying to think. She's having some bag of shoes. So I'm masturbating. And it was just the timing where it came out. Because she was like, let me try this on you. I was like, yeah, fucking try it. Put it on my tank. Let's see how it feels. Because I'm already jerking off. And
So
I don't know if
is it that little thing that goes like
no, it's like it has a head and it vibrates. It looks like the big vibrator, but the smaller one. I gotta get pictures.
Pocket rocket?
How does a pocket rocket look? Let's see.
Pocket
That
rocket.
sounds like a
Pocket
song.
rocket?
Come pocket rocket. so then right as she puts it on my tank. That's when I came in. They put it on a
the
different
pocket
one.
rocket?
Let me see how the pocket rocket looks.
AdamandEve.com.
No, it's a bigger one, and Meyer has vibrators
That's
now.
wild, bro. I never Googled this. That's some wild shit right there. Like, I didn't know they came like fucking spaceships.
Oh, this one has 3 things to it. What
That's
is
a
it?
rabbit.
Let me.
How do
See,
you not know
that's what-
about the rabbit, bro?
Oh, no, that I've seen. Yeah, the rabbits I've seen.
I'm talking to Giovanni.
Oh.
He's like all surprised by this.
No, I'm surprised by the rocket shit.
I don't
Like,
know
what
the
do you do with the
names of
rocket
these
shit?
things. Where's the links? No, I got shoes. Hold on a second.
Yeah, shoot me the link in the Facebook chat and I'll throw it up there.
Personal pleasure, Tammy Rabbit vibrator. Damn, $17.99.
Have you used toys before with a
It's not
chick?
bad.
Oh yeah, dude.
I have. This is like new to me, right?
That's how you stay in long relationships, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If the fucking ain't right, it ain't gonna work out, bro.
Yeah. So now we got a few because it was the first time I remember like she pulled out a toy. I was like, oh, what's this? And I was like, but anyways, whoa, the dudes, fuck the dildos, fuck the dildos. What I was thinking about is like James. You know how you have James has his classes for the production, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, and I've been thinking about this for a while. There's a lot of dudes out there that they just need a little. I don't know. They don't have any guidance to tell them how to talk to women. Like classes or something. Look, I'm not some pimp or I'm not some fucking player, I'm not. But
you got
I have
game.
experience. Yeah, I've had some type of game. I have experience where like I've seen these dudes at mic, and it's like they don't have any. They need they need guidance, like a counselor.
Like, hey man, fucking get some confidence, motherfucker.
And yeah, no,
look like you're about some shit.
So I was like giving classes or something like that. I don't know. Maybe where do you teach your classes here, James?
Right
in
here.
the studio. In the studio.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I wouldn't trust you though, bro. Like I would show up and there'd just be line, like you know how you got a desk. There'd be a line of cocaine at
There used to
everybody's
be.
desk. It's like, all right, guys, first thing we do is do a line, and then that's gonna boost your confidence.
Well,
That's gonna be your fucking.
women. This isn't me just having a friend of mine, but like a friend of mine discovered later in life. So he discovered coke at a certain time in his life, right? And it was older. He discovered that certain women want coke and will fuck you for coke, and he had no idea. And he was like, "It's like, you ever have a black box? Did you ever have the black box to get free cable?"
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
So I had a black box when I was younger, right? And the thing is, I didn't know how to use it, so I would watch porn and I would
You
masturbate.
got the Spice Channel.
Yeah, I had the Spice, and I would just watch it, and I think I had erections, and I didn't know what to do because I didn't know about masturbating yet. And I had this black box, I would watch it, right? And I was like, all right, this is cool, but I didn't know what to do. And then they got rid of the black box, and I discovered masturbating. And then by that time, that shit was gone. So it's like I didn't get to take advantage
Of the black box.
of the black box, right? So you've been with black chicks, right?
Oh, yeah. Back in the day. I mean,
Okay. Do you have a
I
preference?
got married real young. But
Yeah. You have a preference? Latinas?
I mean,
do.
I mean, I'll be real with you.
White?
No, not white girls. I haven't dated a white girl in a very long time, bro. I mean,
No, I'm just thinking that I heard if I talked about it in a podcast, but one time I talked to a girl, she was white, and she was like,
They're freaks.
I'll fuck your life up.
They're fucking freaks.
I'll destroy your life. And I was just like,
nah, not really. I see. My experience where they're way more lenient than the Latinas, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, but see, I like feisty girls. I like a chick that shut the fuck up.
I like a feisty Latina.
I stick to like Latinas and Mexican girls, man. I don't know. It's like the whole like they can cook the Mexican food, and I'm not trying to be like macho, but it's more like if I could come home to some fucking like cooked Mexican food,
look,
that's dope.
There's two chicks, right, and one of them is this percentage hotter than the other one, but this one cooks, and she's like 20% less attractive, or a little bit fatter, or maybe has a buck tooth. Like cooking and cleaning, dude. That's a fucking. I'll take that.
Well, I clean. I'm a neat freak, so I don't worry about that. I clean up.
So you were ready for ready for COVID before it hit, right?
Oh hell yeah!
I was. My girlfriend told me, she heard on the podcast, and I said this during COVID. It's the most I ever washed my hands. So I think I wash my hands now like a normal person, but before COVID, like I had a rule, like I wouldn't wash my hands unless I did number 2. But otherwise, I was dirty.
Well, see, my thing is being a family man for all the years that I was.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That I raised 2 daughters, bro. So we always cleaned up.
The toilet seat was down then.
I'm the only dude. Yeah, it was always. I mean, I was the only dude in the house, bro. So I had to make sure I put the toilet seat down, man.
Did you? So when
I had 2 little girls, they'd fall in that motherfucker.
Did you have to go? Oh, but you were with your wife, so it's not like your daughter. Like I had to deal. I have a little sister, right? And I kind of raised her as a daughter. So I remember when she first got her period, I had to go.
Oh no, my wife took care of all that shit.
Oh no, I'd have to. Like she was.
I mean, I went to the store to get the pads, but she had to talk with them about what's gonna happen, about being a woman and a young woman. She did all that. I always got the calls, pick up pads. I've never been embarrassed.
Did you get a talk? I don't think I ever got a talk from your dad or your mom.
Bro. My dad's talk was like, "Hey, how old are you now? 13. Your dick's gonna start getting hard for everything." You know, I think I do a joke about riding around with my dad. And he's like, "Look at those chichis," and I'm in the window and shit. I'm in the window like, "Wow." Yeah, bro. My dad, that motherfucker. We were going to the video store. We know how you go to the store to rent video. Not even this is before Blockbusters, bro. This is like the little local rental spots and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're probably like 12 years old. We're in the back seat. You know, I think my sister was in front. Me, my brother, and 2 of my friends were in the back. And my dad's driving like, "Hey, boys, you guys are teenagers, or what? You guys are about to be teenagers. Make sure you guys get a lot of vitamin P." And we're like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, vitamin pussy, honey." And we're all cracking up. You know, my sister's like, "Bah, shut up," you know. And we're in, you know, my friends are like, "Your dad's fucking." My dad, I had a half brother. Met that motherfucker like 10 years ago.
I met mine like 5 years ago.
Yeah,
I met him 5 years ago, the Mexican. But look, your dad's is Cheech Marin in what's that movie with the vampires, James?
From Dusk Till Dawn.
From Dusk Till Dawn. You see Dusk Till Dawn?
Yeah. Which character?
He's the dude in the beginning. He's in front of the strip
club.
Yeah. We got white pussy, black pussy,
chicken pussy,
whatever you do.
Stinky pussy. Yeah.
Yeah, your dad's so fucking cheap.
Actually, you know what? That wasn't my dad, bro.
No.
My dad was. He wasn't that dude. My dad was the motherfucker inside.
Oh.
Inside the bar, entertaining motherfuckers, bro. That's why I'm a stand-up comic. And I won't lie, bro. My dad has always been that motherfucker at the party, cracking joke. He always had motherfuckers rolling, bro. So he was the dude at the table, everybody drinking, and everybody, fucking Theo's the funniest motherfucker in here. So yeah, my dad was the actual entertainment. He was, you know what I mean? Like, he's a wild dude, man.
Yeah. So my dad, I found out about my dad. So my dad, this is the thing. So my dad used to have a regular job, right? I think allegedly, and then fucked up his eye, right? Painting. He used to paint, right? And he fucked up his eye, and all of a sudden, now we had like boyos in our basement. Like he started going over the border. Oh, this is the joke I talk about, coyotes, right? So my dad allegedly, right, is my mom trying to get citizenship? But this is a dream I had, right? In my dream,
did your dad sneak your mom here?
No.
That
So
would be some gangster shit.
My dad came here first, right?
But my dad's the educated one in the family because he did some freshman year of high school, right? Because my mom only has like about 6th grade. I don't know.
Yeah, I think my dad only has up to like 8th grade.
Yeah. My dad has a little
And this
bit
is
of
in
high
Mexico.
school.
So it don't even count. Yeah.
Well, but he probably is good at math though.
When he got here, he just got a job and shit.
Oh, he just So my dad, my mom, they came here. My dad came first, right? So he came ahead from LA for like a year or two, and then we followed like 2 years after because I was born in California. You've been to LA a few times because I used to like it. But
all my dad's family lives in LA.
Oh, so they're from
they moved here first, and one winter scared all their asses, bro. My dad got a job with the CTA. That's why he stayed.
Oh, okay.
And
So
started a family here.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Full benefits and all that. And the rest of his brothers and sisters like, it's fucking cold, yo, and they dipped.
And then
because I had one uncle that went to LA first.
Was Back of the Yards as bad as? Is it better now? Is it worse? Because I went there a few times to drop off weed.
It's still bad, but it's better than it used to be.
Okay.
The 90s in Back of the Yards was some legit scary shit.
Because there's a corner I was at.
When I grew up over there, it was fucking scary, bro.
There was a corner right by the train station, right? And I think it was one of the most,
Western?
I think it was like one of the most shot up like corners in Chicago for a few years, right?
You're talking about like the CTA train station?
No, it was right by the train. I was driving on, my friend was showing me. She's like, look, this corner right here, because she lives in Back of the Yard. So she was like, this corner right here, like this one was always shot up.
There's a few corners, bro. Where the block I live on Honorary, 48th and the next block, 48th and Honorary, like the corner, back was one of the most, like I know at least 6 dudes that got murdered on that corner. You know, just out there, bro, and got popped. But that was a deadly fucking corner for a while. Because there's a gang on every block, like rivals.
Oh, different gang. Oh, why like so close?
Because
why did you join?
Because these motherfuckers, it's funny, dog. Like the family members, right? One motherfucker's family member moves across, 47th Street, where the rival gang. Now that motherfucker has 2 kids, and they grow up with that gang. But this half of the family grew up with this gang. And it's,
so these are the same family.
These people, we all know each other, bro. All of the Back of the Yards. A lot of Back of the Yards people are from Guanajuato. Like everybody from Guanajuato migrated to that area because of all the jobs, the meat packing factories, the railroads. So around the time that my parents came, a lot of Guanajuato came. So all those gangs, we all went to school together. Motherfuckers that my brother used to shoot at. He was in grammar school with them. You know what I mean?
Oh, your brother was a gangbanger, right?
Yeah,
Did you get in the gangs or no?
I mean, I'm affiliated, but I never joined.
Okay.
They used to call me, I had a little nickname.
What's your nickname?
Folks affiliated.
Oh, folks affiliated.
I mean, I grew up on the block with these motherfuckers, bro. I mean, all my friends were folks. Man, my brother was deep in it. He did a lot of prison time. I had a couple friends that got shot and killed.
One of my
best friends got shot in front of me.
Where'd your brother go to prison?
Man, he's been to like 10 of them. Dude.
Oh, okay. So just
he's been to Robinson, fucking Vandalia, Centralia, I think Vienna, Statesville. He's been all over the place, man. Danville.
Is he out now?
Yeah, he's out right now, but yeah, he did a lot of time. Man.
How old is he now? So is he an older
He's 4 years younger than me.
Oh, okay. So he's not like an older, like the
my brother's an OG in the hood, but yeah, he's we were tight. I got some friends that are still involved. Like drug dealers, like crazy shit, dude. And here's another thing, man. Like a lot of people don't understand about these neighborhoods, bro. Like, okay, we're bad kids, but a lot of these motherfuckers were innocent kids at one point, man. And they always throw, with the Adam Toledo shit. Where were the parents? Bro, my parents were good parents. Some of these kids don't give a fuck. They get caught in the street life, yo. My parents had to work. So while they were at work, we were always in the street. Shit was different. So I always tell motherfuckers, like, if you didn't grow up around there or know anybody that lived through there or seen the shit that people go through, like, just shut the fuck up, dude, because everybody has a different situation. I got friends who don't have a dad and went to fucking college and became doctors and shit. I got friends who had really good parents doing fucking 20, 30 years in prison right now. So, yeah, it just, motherfuckers don't know. So, it just, you get caught up in it, bro. I mean, you're in the street, man. Your friends are doing this. I started smoking blunts at fucking 12, 13 years old.
You lost Virginia at 13, didn't you?
And I was about 14.
Oh,
14,
okay.
15.
Well, no, I was.
And it wasn't like, oh, shit. It was just like, oh, fuck, what happened, That's when, motherfuckers always like, damn, bro, you lost your Virginia at 15. Yeah, I wasn't in that motherfucking rock, fucking H-Town in it.
Yeah.
Somebody rocking, knocking the boots. Yeah, it was like, what's happening? Oh, shit, that felt crazy. I need more of that,
No, I couldn't
Growing up in the hood was fun though. I gotta say that, bro.
look. So
That was some fun shit.
I wanted to because I remember when I was in middle school, I saw the dudes that were fucking like mess with the game. They had girls, and I didn't have any fucking girls. Right? My mom was super strict on me. Like she wouldn't let like what I would wear. Like I couldn't buy Jinkos, anything baggy. She's like, no, te vas a en la pandillas. You're gonna be in the gangs or whatever. Anything. So she was super strict on me. Anything I wore, like so I couldn't.
My dad was like that too. Like I hung out with a lot of taggers, bro. Like I grew up with a lot of the old school Chicago graffiti artists. So I dressed. I was in that era, big ass shirt, Beastie Boys shirt with the fucking bell bottom jeans, fucking tore up at the bottom.
Yeah. Because they're so big, dude. They're so fucking big.
And my dad would look like a fucking idiot. He would slap me and make me go change and shit. But you're like, I gotta be around my homies, man. Fuck that, So yeah, you just that's what you did, man. Like fuck that. But your mom is smart, bro, because I will say this, bro. That whole gang culture is fucked up. As an adult, now, I raised 2 kids or whatever. You do think about it, and it's stupid as fuck, but it's the lifestyle that is built in those communities, man. Some of those gangs been around for fucking since the 50s and 60s, man. It's not just a problem like, oh, this bad kid decided to join a gang. A lot of these kids are fucking forced into this shit. You want to get your ass beat every day coming out of school? Or you want to roll with the motherfuckers that are beating everybody's ass?
So
you had to make a fucking decision.
and getting pussy. Because I remember like in middle school.
And then once you hang out with them, because I'll say this too. I wasn't getting a lot of coochie, like some of the friends that I knew. The pussy wasn't like, oh, because I was a little skinny dude with glasses. But when you grow up and then you hang out with the OGs, you pick up a little lingo, man. It was always the way I talked and made, girls laugh and all that shit. So that's another thing you pick up from these gangbangers and these old drug dealers. These motherfuckers got game, bro.
Yeah,
they're funny dudes. They say some funny shit. Some of the funniest motherfuckers I know are straight up criminals. But my brother's one of the funniest motherfuckers in the world. Just a straight up.
What'd your brother get locked up for?
Man, he's got a couple of stints, man. First time he got locked up, he was 15. They threw him in juvie right there in Ogden. Mm-hmm. But just pistol charge. He kept getting caught with guns, man.
Oh, okay.
And then, I think 8th grade, one of his friends were selling cocaine. They got caught with an 8-ball of coke in 8th grade.
Oh, in 8th grade?
Yeah, bro. So he went back into.
You don't know how much it was, do you, at the time? Well, I'm just curious what the price on it. I'm guessing let's say 130.
He's 4 years for an 8-ball.
At the time, I'm like 130 because now they're like 250, 280, right, James?
Yeah, back then, an 8-ball was about 150. Yeah,
allegedly.
No,
I know the prices because
that's the
I'm
going market price right now.
I'm a nerd. I like to research things, but I would have no idea.
my brother's the big one that like locked him up. Mm-hmm. He got 10 years for this shit, man. But here's another thing too. My brother's a violent motherfucker in the sense where he's just a gangster. He never fucked up any innocent people. He stole shit, whatever. But when he did these crimes, it was with another piece of shit scumbag motherfucker, Like my brother got jumped and some paisas beat the fuck out of him. Like they hit him with a fucking 2x4. Because I remember when this happened, he came home, he was all fucked up. My mom was tripping. He was probably like 18 years old when this happened, right? And
some older paisas, or
yeah, some older paisas. They fucked him up. They fucked him up. Oh yeah, paisa is an older Mexican dude.
Older Mexican dude, paisa. Yeah,
like coke head motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They kicked his ass and stole some of his cocaine. And my mom was like, go to the hospital, call the cops, and my brother's like, nah. My brother was banging since he was 15, so he was like, nah, don't worry about it and shit.
Don't worry about it, ma.
Don't worry about it. And then, I remember this was like 4th of July weekend because I was out with my wife at the time when I got that call. It was that night. But apparently this motherfucker was riding around with one of his gangbanger buddies, who's in another gang, but one of his homies. Mm-hmm. And they're riding around on bikes, right? And they see this motherfucker chilling in the car with another paisa, like drinking, right? So my brother, he goes and gets the strap, and they come back, and my brother literally fucking pistol whips them off. Like,
Goodfellas.
I guess like Goodfellas pistol whipped them. And allegedly, the other dude stabbed the passenger because they were trying to pin that shit on my brother. But instead of just beating the dude's ass, my brother fucking takes all his money. I think takes his jewelry or some shit. I've heard 2-3 different versions of the story, but anyway, it ended up where my brother jumped in the car and ended up turning into a police chase.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
And he ended up crashing. The cops beat the fuck out of him. But my brother was, wired out of his mind, bro. Because I remember that even at the police station, he was like, that paisa was sitting there with his family. And my brother was like, that's what you get, bitch. You look at him, no te mato, pendejo. Just talking shit. While they're hauling this motherfucker off the county. Because they already processed him at the station.
Yeah.
So, he took a plea bargain, bro, because they wanted to get him with. He ended up getting the most time for vehicular hijacking. That was the crime.
How
they
much?
Gave him.
What do you give?
That's what they gave him, the 9 years for that, and they dropped the other ones
Yeah.
because he pleaded to that. He pleaded to that shit. But if he wouldn't have plea bargained, they were to charge him with like attempted murder, carjacking, fucking assault and battery. It was like 20 charges, dog. Like fucking
They load
resisting arrest, bro.
They load you up with charges.
Oh yeah,
and they're
my
like,
brother
all right,
was
time to
facing like
negotiate.
25, 30 years, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he took the 10 and got out. He got out like in 5.
You been arrested?
Yeah, I got arrested a
Yeah.
lot when I was younger. Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
never got convicted of shit.
Just picked up on.
Just picked up, taken to the station.
And I finally
But
started,
like a lot for petty shit, weed.
Oh,
Never got caught with a
weed.
pistol.
You used to get arrested.
We used
for
to have
weed. I got
scraps.
arrested for weed.
Dude, I had my car impounded for weed, bro.
Me too.
$1,500 to get that bitch out. And
Jeez.
yeah,
I had under 3
spent
grams.
a whole night in jail for that
I
shit.
had under 3 grams. I had like 2 points.
I had like a
something.
fucking gram, bro.
Something like that. Yeah.
It was a Cook County, bitch ass Cook County sheriffs that did. They were doing one of them seatbelt check shits, man.
Oh, they were.
And one of them smelled the weed. Fucking. And here's what's funny, bro. Because if you have your seatbelt on, you just like slow it down. You're like, all right, you're good. The guy, I had the window open. He's like, what are you guys doing? I'm like, and I kept rolling, right? He fucking thought I was going to flee, dude. Because I didn't make a complete stop. We got a runner. Dog, I had fucking guns. I had a car pull up in front of me. Arrgh! Like, what the fuck? With my wife, yo. That's the joke I tell about how when I got arrested, my wife gets out the car. And she's like, what the fuck? I'm like, get back in the car. I only got enough bail money for one of us. Yeah, but that really happened, yo. But got my shit impounded for a gram of bud, man. And you know what's funny, man? They handed me off to the Chicago PD, right? They handed me to the Chicago PD to throw me in the paddy wagon. And the dude gives the cop the weed. And he looks at me like, man, you couldn't eat this, man. You couldn't put this in your balls, man. He's like, you about to go to prison for this, right? And I'm just like, motherfucker, I thought we were just checking seatbelts, yo. But he smelled the weed and he thought I was going to flee.
Oh.
So they had me and my wife out that motherfucker with our hands
So
up,
yeah,
yo.
you didn't have time to fucking.
Yeah, I had time to do shit. Pussies.
Man, I forgot. I got fucking pulled over for I got arrested in Mundelein, right? And
Oh, that's the worst. Too.
There's
Suburbs.
there's
scary
certain
out
suburbs
there,
are
bro.
bad. Like Waukegan, I'm used to. I know where it's
And
not like I said, but it's what
Waukegan is kind of like Chicago.
It's like a mini city, right?
It's like they got crime and punishment up in that motherfucker.
Yeah,
too,
but
man.
Mundelein, like you're like 5.
Those are
with
church
the-
kids out there.
And then the cops are extra fucking gun ho, like, hey, it's like fucking like got something to prove. Like, look,
Yeah, I know.
Like people didn't like you in high school, and I could be an asshole to me. I get it.
And
but
now you got a
man,
badge, bro.
Chill the fuck out, dude. But when I had this dream, right, that I got arrested in Mundelein, that's when I was on mushrooms and that shit. As soon as I got pulled over, everything it just hit. I just ate like 3.5 grams. And it just fucking hit, and I was like, all right, search me.
I've eaten an eighth of shrooms.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, you tripped.
I was
dude.
tripping, and I
Holy
got
fuck.
arrested. But it was like, look, I had like under 2 grams of weed and a pipe. And then I remember my lawyer told me, he's like, hey, they're going to drop one of them, cannabis or paraphernalia. And
It's so fucking petty now when you think about it, right?
I had a fucking, this fucking cheap ass gas station pipe that I got for like $2 and like a gram of weed. And I say this before, the reason I had the weed in my car, because I didn't want my mom to find it at the house.
At
So
the
I would
house.
drive with it, dude. Like now.
But that's how we thought logically, yo.
Like now.
You're more scared of your mom than you are of law enforcement, man.
Yeah, dude. And I was like, man, I don't want my mom to find this weed. But now that I'm
Even though
older,
law enforcement will fucking kill you.
fucking dude,
They'll come blasting now, yo.
dude, the fucking dude was asking
You got
me,
weed? Bah, 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 bah.
they'll fucking shoot your ass.
That's
So now-
wild, man.
So yeah, that's the only time I got arrested. The other time I got arrested, I remember, I forgot. Oh, I used to always have suspended licenses, right?
Well, that was my
Always.
other me. Dude, you seen my joke about that?
No, I
posted on IG like a couple weeks ago. It's called Park and Pray. Because I drove around with no license for a minute, dude.
always, dude. I always, because it's like you got to go to work. Like, what the fuck?
You know
gonna
what,
do?
man? I'm gonna do a confession right here, man. I don't even to Mike E.O. I don't think I told this motherfucker that. But in 2013, we went to LA together, right? We did some shows, and he rented a car. And he's like, "You got your license?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh,
So
shit.
I was driving him everywhere, dropping him off at meetings, and then I'm going to dispensaries with my cousin and shit, and fucking No, Mikey, I didn't have a driver's license, man. I lied to you, dog. But hey, we got
away with it.
Got away with it. But
look,
no, I was driving through hills. I was taking cruises and shit. Like, that was beautiful. No license, man.
Did you feel when I go out to LA and I drive? I don't feel as comfortable driving out there because
I love driving, so I feel comfortable.
Oh, because I'm in my over here. Like I don't know. I know my spots where like I know my routes where the cops are gonna be. But I was driving to LA. I remember I saw a dude doing a sobriety test like at 2 p.m. and I was like, when I saw that, it threw me off a little bit. I was like, man, like they're getting people at 2 p.m. for drinking and driving. Or
here's what I learned about LA, is that be more scared of the fucking California Highway Patrol than actual LAPD pulling you over. Because everybody in LA driving, I mean, I used to go out there a lot, even with family and now for comedy. But I just feel like everybody in LA just laid back, chill, cruising. So the cops don't really sweat that unless you do something fucking stupid, man. But the California Highway Patrol, they like to pull people over on petty shit. Them DUIs ain't no joke out there. You know what I mean? Like,
no, it costs you like a whole fucking.
Them carpool tickets ain't no fucking joke. So yeah, that's what I'm always worried more about Highway Patrol than I am about like LAPD.
No, I feel. Look, I'm in the suburbs, and like today, I just cut a cop right now. I cut him off, kind of in front of him at the intersection over here. Where's the Planet Fitness where the Walgreens is?
Fucking
like by the there's a Popeyes, a Walgreens, and a
on Fullerton and
North
Damon.
Yeah.
So right there, I feel stupid because I'm on the phone because I came in. I bought this stupid ass fake Fiji. What is this? This nice Iceland pure water.
Oh, that's the Walgreens brand, man.
yeah. Oh, there's a Walgreens brand because I have Fiji at the crib for gas, but I haven't been in my house like in a minute because I'm always at my girl's house now, so I have the Fijis there. So it's like I want to bring something, and this one I told you I had a fucking 24-pack of water bottles I got in Meyer that I fucking forgot
Fiji?
about. Ice Mountain. Hey,
all right, I was gonna say, no, you buying cases of Fiji.
We ran out of Link. Fuck that. But that shit ran out 2 weeks ago. That shit ran out. So I get some fucking crab legs. But
yeah, Link's dope.
Yeah, anybody selling Link, let me know so I can buy. So,
I use my brother's. I got it in my wallet right now. I use my brother's Link card.
You get Link, James? I'll give you half for good cash.
Dog,
For sure.
my brother got locked up that second time he went in there for
he was still getting
robbery.
Link, right?
Yeah, he hit we were talking he calls me from Jay. He's like, hey dog, hit Eric up. That Link card still got like 300 on the G. Go ahead and use it, whatever. And that was the first time I used the Link card. Yeah, I was like,
well, I know
shopping spree in this motherfucker.
I know when my mom or something hits in the Link card when I go to the house and then I see Oreos, I see Fiji all of a sudden, all this fat. Because before there's the generic,
the now you got the good shit.
And now they got Fiji.
You don't pay taxes.
Yeah, they got. Oh, you don't pay taxes on.
Oh, you don't pay that plastic bottle water tax either when you buy cases with the Link.
Fuck! I bought shit in Chicago, right? You guys have extra taxes.
Oh, you don't.
Here.
You live in Chicago.
I don't have to deal with. You guys have water, but bags.
The bags are 10 cents, 7 cents or something. And if you got a Link, you don't pay for none of that shit.
They got rid of the soda tax, though, right?
They got rid of that shit.
They had that for like a few weeks, and people just fucking were tripping.
Because that soda tax was
just
more
greedy.
Like people were making fun of me because I was talking shit because I love soda. Mm-hmm. That's one of my fuck cutting motherfuckers be like, you smoke too much weed. No, I drink up too much goddamn soda.
Regular pop, regular.
Yeah, I love
sugar.
Coca-Cola, Coke Classic.
Throat
is my
burner.
shit.
Yeah,
but like that soda pop, I was cracking jokes on Facebook. I remember I was like, oh hell no, Arizona teas at 120. What the fuck, you know? Bitches used to be 101 or something like that, right? And people were like, bro, you shouldn't drink. You shouldn't. And like, first
Fuck
of all,
off.
I'm a comedian. Yeah, whatever. I can't. But then other people were like, motherfuckers complaining about a soda tax. It's not complaining about the soda tax. We're complaining about how petty the fucking tax is. Like, there's so much shit. Tax cigarettes, which you keep doing.
You guys have a liquor tax because when I buy liquor,
we got liquor.
Here,
there's taxes on everything, bro. It's fucking insane. So now you want to tax something because it got sugar in it? You know how much shit got sugar in it, motherfucker? So that's where I was coming from. Like, we're paying if you live on a residential block here in Chicago, you got to buy, when you buy a city sticker, you got to pay extra for a residential parking sticker. And then when people come visit you, you got to give them a fucking thing to stick on their window. You're already paying that. Tickets are out the ass, parking them down. So now you're going to add this petty ass tax because we want to drink a goddamn soda, bro.
Look, I live in the suburbs.
That shit is petty.
But if I would have lived in the cities, this is what you guys should have done, in my opinion. Like, and I don't know why nobody did this. What's the name of that guy that I love? Black dude, Willie. Is it Willie Wilson or something? He always runs for me. He runs for everybody.
Willie Wilson, hell yeah.
Dude, you guys should have voted for Willie Wilson.
$100 bill.
You guys should have voted for Willie Wilson, dude. That's my favorite guy.
He gives out $100 bills. And shit.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, dude. They tried to talk. They were saying that he was buying voters.
Oh,
he was in the hood handing out $100 bills to people.
He's like, what's the problem? Oh, I fucking love Willie Wilson.
I'm pretty sure I voted
Talking about
for
they
him.
need groceries. Talking about, hey, get you some groceries, pay a bill. He was giving people $100.
The dude from Waukegan's in trouble for doing something. I think they were getting homeless people to vote. Andrew Cunningham or whatever it says. The dude
He
from
was,
Waukegan.
he was paying for votes and shit.
Yeah. Because I know like some people that were like waiting. They were like
Man,
friends of mine that were
they're all
pushing.
crooked, who cares?
Yeah, they're crooked as fuck. There's a point where like politicians are crooked, but then it's like, all right, like this isn't Mexico. You're getting too fucking far. Dude. This is still the States. Like this is Mexico.
Can't
Russia
be
style.
kidnapping people, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they
Can't
fucking-
kidnap people's kids because you want to vote, dude. Like, relax.
You want to stay in Chicago? You like the city, right? You wouldn't want to go to the burbs or anything.
Nah,
like that,
hell
would
no.
you?
Here, I mean, I will say this, bro. I mean, it's expensive to live here in the sense where, like, I wouldn't own property in the city, unless it's like a huge investment. But like I would not buy a house in the city of Chicago. You know what I mean? But I don't plan on buying a house, so I do see myself. I don't mind. I'm 41, man. I'm not trying to. My kids are grown already. Both of them are gonna be successful on their own. They're already smart.
How old were you when you had your first kid?
I was 19, man.
okay.
So I'm not one of those like, I gotta build a fortune to give to my kids. And like, nah, fucking, they're happy. They don't even like all that rich shit. They hate capitalism. They're little artists, little
Oh
liberals
yeah.
and shit. So
They're artists.
now that I don't worry about none of that, I will pay rent in the city. I'll live in a fucking condo. Yeah. But if I had to buy a house, I would not buy a fucking house in Chicago. That property tax. And I know people have lost their homes just because they can't come up with the property tax. You know what I mean? That sucks.
when it
You
comes-
had that fucking house for 20 years, but you got a 30-year plan, and in them last 10 years, your property tax went up so goddamn high that you can't pay that. You put a lien on that bitch and you lose your house. Like,
Yeah.
that's some foul shit.
Property tax. I don't believe. There's nothing you can do about it because I can say I don't believe in property tax and income tax. But look, what's the name? What's Blade's name? What happened? Wasn't he
Wesley
doing
Snipes.
Wesley Snipes? Is that true that somebody got into his head and be like, you shouldn't be paying this? You don't.
Yes.
Need to pay. Oh, right. That's the story I heard.
Yeah, like I owe the IRS. You got to pay these. I'm not saying don't pay them, but I'm not. If I have a choice, like I have a choice to buy a house in Chicago or not, I have a choice not to get involved with that petty tax shit. That's how I always look at it. If you don't want to fucking move somewhere else, I can't. Well, then you're stuck, motherfucker. Quit complaining. But at the same time, like, you know how they say that paying taxes is an American thing, right? We got to pay taxes, bro, because shit got to get done. You need roads. My whole issue with the paying taxes, they don't use it for what they're supposed to. Like, education's fucked up. Healthcare's fucked up.
Chicago has a shitty schools, right?
We got terrible school system here, man. So that, terrible roads. The fucking roads here are ridiculous. So that's the part about the taxes. I don't mind paying taxes.
the roads, you're
but
fucking
use the shit for what we need it for, man. You know what I mean?
You guys, I'm in the suburbs. I don't know. Do you guys? Does people really hate? Everybody hates Lower Lightfoot on both sides, or is it just
Yeah.
Facebook gas, or just memes,
No,
or
man.
people really
Lori-
don't like her?
People really don't like her, man. Even a lot of the police department don't fucking like her because she sits on the fence, bro. It's one of those things where, are you gonna stick to that, or are you gonna fucking just do what you got to do to please a certain few people? You know what I mean? And did you see what happened in Little Village with that smokestack?
No, well, no.
Where that company dropped that fucking big smokestack and the whole cloud of dust went into the
I
neighborhood?
remember that shit. Yeah, I remember that shit.
She tried to blame it all on the company, and the company's like, bitch, you told us we could do this.
Do you? Yeah. Do you remember? There was that video. Remember that?
Yeah,
the video of the alderman when he was like he was yelling at her.
And he's my alderman. I don't like
was
that
the guy?
motherfucker either.
The guy who was yelling at
Alderman
her?
Lopez,
Yeah,
yeah.
Alderman Lopez. They were like yelling at
Fuck him too.
And what did he say? And Lori Lopez was like, "Fuck!" They got into it each other. I don't know what the audio was.
Oh yeah, they hate each other.
They
dude.
fucking hate each
There's
other.
rumors that he's gonna run for mayor, but I don't know, because half our neighborhood don't. I mean, I don't vote for alderman, bro.
Okay.
I am a big fucking opponent of alderman, man. New York City is the biggest fucking city in the country.
What is the alderman? Like a mini mayor within sections?
They're-
Again, I'm in the suburbs.
They're your representative for your neighborhood, for
Okay.
your district. You need garbage cans. You need fucking more policing. They're the people that are supposed to serve you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crooked. I know half. We used to do shows, man, for these crooked motherfuckers, dog. Look up Danny Solis. That's the dude that was getting prostitutes and cocaine. I did so many fundraisers for that motherfucker, dog. You know, crooked fucking Alderman Burke, who thinks he's a like
American politician.
the dude that dresses like fucking that dude. That motherfucker
How
is
is
in prison
corrupt-
right now.
Still a free man.
I went to high school with a motherfucker named Ambrosio Medrano. His dad went to prison for taking bribes. They got that motherfucker on camera taking bribes. Cardenas, all crooked motherfuckers, bro. All of them. So when they come knocking, hey, you gonna vote for me? Hell no, get your ass out of here, man. I'm gonna vote for the mayor. Get the fuck out of my face, man. You are not gonna do shit for this neighborhood. I already know how this works, man. And there's some that do their thing, but they're it's a job where you can easily line your pockets, man.
Yeah.
And they don't do shit for the people. And those tax dollars that I bitch about are lining those motherfuckers' pockets. Alderman Burke, you ever seen that dude? He dresses like Inspector Gadget. That's why they're making fun of Larry Lightfoot in the last picture. She was wearing the hat.
Oh, I saw that one.
Look, Google Alderman Burke. Look at his old
Ed
19
Burke's
fucking
hat?
30s gangster. Yeah, look, look at this dude. Look for one with his hat. Look at that one. Look at this fucking
look
19
at his
fucking.
mobster ass. Like-
Yeah, right.
Oh, is that the?
He's the alderman right next to me of like fucking.
It's looked like the jacket that Seinfeld's dad made in Seinfeld. The
This
Continental.
dude. It does.
The
right?
raincoat, yeah.
the raincoat. This motherfucker has been in office for like 40 years. But because he pleases the neighborhood. There's gangs and shit, but that little area is always clean. The alleys are clean. The fucking streets are paved. So he keeps the older Latinos, like, I'm going to vote for Burke because he keeps it nice around here, you know. But this motherfucker is one of the crookedest dudes ever. Like, that motherfucker is crooked, dog. And look at Lori Lightfoot starting to dress like that motherfucker.
I tell people outside of Illinois, they don't understand. I was like, look, out of the last few governors, 2 of them went to prison.
They're prisoners.
And they don't understand how corrupt shit. Oh, there's this is Lori. We Googled, we never found, me and James were looking for, I asked James to do it. He didn't want to. We were looking for nude pictures of Lori Lightfoot. We couldn't find
Never
it.
do that again,
Yeah.
please.
Oh, you guys were actually, nothing popped up?
No.
No, on my Patreon, we looked up the George Floyd porn. So, but that's just for Patreon. It wasn't bad. It wasn't
You
bad.
got to pay to see that
You
shit.
had to pay to see that one.
That's funny, dude.
Oh man. Oh, we're close. Do you got any plugs? We're closing it up. Or any last words of young comedians plugs?
Oh man, I don't know, man. Just look, my advice to comedians, man, is like, I know like with these times right now, there's all kinds of shit you can get, like political, fucking social issues, and we all want to express ourselves, and I do too. But at the same time, you want to get booked, and you really want to get in. This is for the young comics. Once you get established, say what the fuck you want to do. I don't care, but get in first before you start some shit. You know what I mean? Like, I used to do that. I used to bitch a lot on comedy, man. On Facebook about fuck this place, fuck that place. This place don't book me. I've only been doing stand-up 3 years, right? This place don't fucking book me because they haven't really seen me enough. And to me, it's like they should know who I am. I used to have that mentality. And now these are some of my favorite fucking rooms to do. You know what I mean? And I'm real cool with the people that run it. So that's why I always like, when you're not in the position to start shit, just don't start shit, man, on social media, man. Like, it fucks with your reputation, and you don't, producers, bookers, comedy club bookers, they don't want to deal with headaches.
You want a headache, man. You see that shit.
You got to be drop dead fucking funny. You got to be a killer.
Undeniable.
Because I know a couple of fucking headaches that get booked because they're just funny motherfuckers, dude. So if you're not that, you got to chill, man. It's a business,
and most
dude.
of you aren't.
Yeah, exactly. Those are rare dudes,
Before COVID, I was out there at the mics. I'd see you. You know what I mean?
I'm not bragging in saying this. I came up quick in the ranks because I concentrated on that, bro. Like, that first time I bombed, the first time I did a white room out in the suburbs with Frank Townsend, I fucking bombed. I took that in, I always treated it like that. I didn't walk away like, get me. I was like, damn, that was way too hood and Mexican for them white people. I need to rewrite that a little bit. And not change my whole persona, just rewrite it where it doesn't sound as ignorant and fucking whatever so they could get it. So I was doing that at the same time, and you figure it out. You fucking figure it out, bro. So, yeah, just concentrate on that shit, dude. You know what I mean? So that's my advice for comedians, man.
You got any plugs?
Don't ask me for advice.
It's up to you.
Yeah, only on podcasts we talk about this shit, because some motherfuckers I give advice to and they don't even take it. So it's like, don't ask me no more, man. So,
You got any plugs?
Not. Oh, well, you know what? I can't. I'm not. I don't have nothing in the right now.
It'll be
to
a
plug.
few weeks. This will come out.
Well, because I gotta. I gotta deal with this leg injury. So.
Oh yeah, there's crutches in the
But
corner there. That's
coming-
one of my sexual fantasies. I'll talk about it.
Like a one-legged chick or no legs?
No, like I always wanted to maybe. I was telling my girl the other day, like kind of get like a hooker and have her wear crutches and kind of just push her off the crutches.
And then go and then take care of business.
Oh yeah, I guess I can do that too.
Like,
Fuck it, I
because you're gonna
already
help her
paid.
up and shit. Like I got you, girl, and then just bam.
Oh, I didn't think about that part. I just thought
Fetish.
I always wanted to
Turn that
push-
shit into a movie scene.
Like when
dog.
you're on a car, or you're driving. There's the bicycle dude. God, you want to open that fucking door and just gotta get him. I don't know. I wouldn't do it because I'm a good person, but
That's fucked up.
I always wanted.
Before I
Yeah.
know, but remember the video when the white kids will drive around and like knock motherfuckers off bikes with a bat?
Yeah.
There's one dude where he like hits dude in the ribs, the biker, and the dude in the back goes, "Oh," he went, "Ooh," and that shit cracked me up, dog. I know that biker fucking like crashed into a parked car, but the dude in the back said that he's like, "Hell no," he said, "Ooh," because the motherfucker in the front hit him in the ribs with the
Yeah,
bat.
that shit hurts. That shit hurts on the whips.
It knocks your air out. Like, ooh.
Oh man.
Sound effects are funny as fuck if you put them in the
I
right
fucked up my
spots, man.
ribs like twice in the last 2 years. Like car accident, and then I fucking just landed right on my ribs on the fucking ice, and then fuck, dude. Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, I plug my album, man. My album is still out there. It's called Jokes, Drugs, Rock and Roll. It's out on 800 Pound Gorilla Records. It's on every fucking platform. You could, if you got an Apple, Spotify account, you could even stream it on there.
Mike Merrifield works for them, right?
I only know like 4 dudes.
Oh,
at
okay,
800
okay.
Pound.
Yeah.
Like the dudes that they worked with James with the artwork that I send them that shit. But yeah, check that out. Follow me on Instagram, Joey V Comedy, Joey the Clown on Twitter. But yeah, I don't have a website. Follow me on everything on social media. I ain't paying for no website, man. But yeah, I'll be back in the scene this summer and in the fall, and I got a lot of. We're gonna be doing some shit, man. So.
All right, James, you got any plugs?
If you want to start a podcast, hit me up on Instagram at Eclism or at People of Comedy Network. If I'm going to be, I mean, people are trying to start filming specials and shit too. I already have a couple on the books. If you want to film a special, if you want to record an album, please DM me. We've got, I think 21 albums under our belt right now and 10 specials.
Nice.
Yeah. 10 of which went number 1 on iTunes. So please hit me up if you want to do anything production related in Chicago. My calendar is filling up. Also, Production 101 is restarting. When does this come out?
In a few weeks. I don't even.
A few weeks? Okay. Well, I'm restarting the Production 101 class in June. So if you want to learn how to do podcasts, if you want to learn how to record sets, if you want to learn how the business operates, hit me up for it's very intimate class, only 4 slots available, happening in the studio. Hit me up. Again, DM me at Eclism on Instagram.
All right, follow Lobo Podcast on IG. Follow the Patreon. I got gear. DM me. I got a little more organized, so I got some hoodies, some other shit. I got shows kind of coming up. I got one in the park tomorrow or Friday. But Mezcal is every Monday at Zany's Old Town. And I think that's it. All right. Lobo then.
Lobo then.